herd of cattle, sent off to slaughter in a useless battle. Thousands of us sent off to die, never really knowing why. Fuck the system, they can't have me. I don't need society.
That's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the Joker.
What's up, cyberspace cadets? It's Friday night. You know what that means? It's time for the Creem Streem. Just blew everybody's ears out in the studio here doing my Lemmy imitation, my best Lemmy imitation. I do a pretty fucking good Lemmy imitation. How's everybody doing? Beginning with the lovely Atima the Han.
I live.
She's alive. All right, Full Metal Pickle. How you doing, man?
Oh, what? Why?
Trippy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, but you never call me sexy.
Well, you know.
Or beautiful.
I've seen you with your shirt off, man.
It's because he's thinking
It made me feel funny down there. And, of course, tonight's guest is none other than the one and only Alfred The Mediocre. I'm not sure if I know how to spell mediocre, and I'm not sure if he knows how to spell it, but I'm sure it's right somewhere. How you doing, man?
Well, that's why it's mediocre.
And he's got
to be perfect.
He talks funny because he's from Ireland, the land of ire, the land of anger.
Hey.
Yes.
Veg name's not
I
like
like potatoes.
Oh, I like my potatoes.
I like potatoes too,
large.
man. What the fuck?
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You
I know
like
what
to
you're
make
saying.
knives, though, right?
Right.
Yeah, the odd time.
The odd time.
Yeah, I'd rather make an axe. They're more fun.
Well, blades
Yeah.
of a sort, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Make me the Thor thing, the thorax. That doesn't sound
Mjolnir
right.
or
Thorax.
Stormbreaker?
You want a thorax?
I know, right? I was just thinking about that.
Just thinking about the
need-
thorax, huh?
Yeah, just make a thorax.
He wants Stormbringer.
Yeah, make a thorax,
Yeah, I
and I'll
know.
get a van, and then we'll put it on the roof, and I'll call it Trip's Dead Bug.
You look like some
Yeah.
weird, like, dead horse thing, though. And call yourself Beta Ray
Oh,
Bill.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, Tom, we know what you're saying.
It's all right, man.
That's just going to be a reaction now. I was just going to call everybody Tom.
I don't know how to do Tom's voice, and I'm not a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would feel funny.
And back to you, Tom.
Back to you, Tom. That sounds good. I
But
like
neither's
that.
Tom. Tom's actually a spider monkey. He's a spider monkey with illusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Spider monkey with an illusion of grandeur or a delusion of grandeur.
I am opening up the chat box so people can
Oh,
talk
wow.
to us and we can see it on there.
Uh-oh.
But actually,
That's cool.
have y'all seen the new thing that's on the, like, when you go like full screen? It's got that little shadow chat thing that goes up the side of that.
What? There's full screen?
On Slavs.
No, it's on fucking YouTube. YouTube's using it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
weird.
Yeah, it's like when we watched YouTube on the Roku, it's got like a shadow chat going up, and if you want to, you can actually look at it. So really, we don't need the chat thing now. I think I saw it though on a video the other night on my computer though.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. So say hi to some people out there. Sir Adamantine, man, I am glad you are awake because we have got a story that's handpicked by Uzi Q just for you. All right? And yeah, it's down the line, so you got to hang and watch the entire show. We won't do it last, but it's in the middle somewhere in there. So I can't tell you. It's Chief Lakota, sir. Thank you for
And
showing
this time,
up.
you guys can't blame me for any of the traumatization. I haven't had a chance to look at a...
Philip Daniel. Hey, man.
What?
I have a weird habit of calling Philip Daniel Philly D, and I don't mean to do it.
Philip Daniels. No, he's a great. Oh no, this dude's a composer, man, and
I
he
know.
writes this incredible classical stuff. Yeah, I love his music, man. Every time he.
Oh, I know. He's in my Discord.
Yeah, he's every time he lays something new down, I have got to check it out, and it's usually I need to start leaving more comments. because I just love listening to his music. It's excellent. It's fantastic. I'm not going to call it stuff, and it sounds, I don't know, it just sounds impersonal and shit.
His art.
His art.
Yes,
Correct.
his art.
Indeed, that's exactly the word.
His work.
Yes.
Oh, poor Mr. Addy. All right, so yeah, just catch us back, man, when you get back, or when you're lucid sometime tomorrow before you get unlucid again.
In other words, before your stream starts tomorrow afternoon.
It's somewhere between the work ending and DWF begins at 3. My time. That's right. That's 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, and 1 o'clock Pacific time. That's right. Drinks with Friends featuring Sir Adamantine and a bunch of drunken idiots.
Yes.
Yeah,
And 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
That's right. Greenwich. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And people always call me artistic, but they mistake the R for a U. So it always sounds weird. I can't believe it's like everybody does it too.
Well, actually, they've changed it now. It's Greenwich Standard Time for some reason.
Oh, God. What is this shit with the standard time thing, man? It's like it used to be daylight time or daylight savings time, and then it was like, what the fuck? Why do we move the clock, keep moving the clock backward and forward?
I don't know.
It actually comes from World War One, where they need to get the farmers out into the fields earlier during the summer. And then they decided to move it back in the winter to stop kids getting into traffic accidents on the way to school.
Oh, wow. Well, look at you, genius.
It's like a million different stories for daylight savings time, too.
Well, supposedly, I read, and I remember
I've heard that one.
Have you been taught the Benjamin Franklin one where he
whale oil, right?
Yeah, he said to do it as a joke, and a couple hundred years later they ended up doing it.
Yep, I think it's just mostly just to fuck people off.
Yeah, I think it was about farming and shit is what his excuse was. So
yes, it was to get the farmers into the fields earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So you get the maximum sunshine.
Yes.
I could totally see Benjamin Franklin saying that in such a tongue-in-cheek way.
Yeah.
I could totally, because he was a smarmy bastard, boy. He was a pretty bitter guy.
Oh yeah, man. He was a saucy lad, you would say. Yep.
Ooh.
And a murderer. Wait, maybe not.
I never heard of him murdering anybody. But then again, it wouldn't fucking surprise me, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Sure, apparently Abraham Lincoln was a vampire killer before he became president.
Well, I heard about that. Yeah, there's even a movie.
He was a what killer?
Vampire hunter.
Vampire killer.
Oh, yeah, that was a good... You know what? I actually like that.
I haven't watched it yet.
That was a really interesting documentary, so it was.
It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It looks so real.
Yeah.
Well, they need to make a documentary about this booty is what they need to do, because this is fucking unreal.
You ready? Are you ready to show that booty?
That ass is that ass.
I mean, for fuck's sake, man. So, yeah, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, time to show that booty.
No, my ass is flat. What are you talking about? I'm mostly white girl.
That's right.
So's that, but I think she's got a bit of silicone as well.
Yeah,
Look, no, I put the silicone in the right place, not the wrong place.
So, it should be popped up on the screen for everybody.
It sure is, man. I see it.
Because
oh my god.
Oh god, I hadn't seen her face up that close yet.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
She's pretty fucking rough, isn't it? Yeah, I want to thank Dr. Terry Dubrow for the still from ETV.
Yeah.
Yep. The botched series.
That's not an ass. That's a shelving unit.
Well, okay. Do you guys see this lumpy? Do you see that lumpy line on her ass cheek right there?
I'm trying not to, but now I can. Yes.
There's one of two reasons that she has that. As somebody with large implants, if you get implants too large for the tissue you've put them in, you can cause wrinkling like this. Or she didn't make sure she had the right kind of muscle tone when she had the implants put in. So now the natural fat tissue she had is turning into cellulitis tissue. and it's going to cause other damage to the implants underneath, especially with her walking around like that.
Oh,
She doesn't walk with that ass. She waddles.
Well, she bounces.
you know that's right.
I should say,
She's bongoing it. She's walking down the street. That's how she walks forward. She just goes
All right,
on her
all right,
butt.
chat. All right, one, if you think that's some thick stuff, or two, if it's like no, negative, get it out of my face.
yeah, but if you look at the side, the ass goes round her sides. It's not just at the back; it's also at the sides. It goes round.
So you're saying she's got a built-in chair?
Oh yeah.
She's like a built-in lazy boy.
It probably hurts every time she moves.
So what you're saying is trailer park girls go around the outside.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Around the outside.
Girls go around the outside.
he's going two.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside. She didn't understand.
Yeah, that's every time she turns around in her apartment, things fall out, get knocked off shelves.
Oh man.
It just, for some reason, it's because it's so cartoonish. My brain keeps going to that old Wayans Brothers movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Yeah, with the big toe.
Yes.
Just talking about
with
that last
toe
night.
and-
That's
and
incredible.
The shoes that had the goldfish in them.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah. No, they actually made those, man. I remember them.
the,
Stacked pimp
disco.
heels. Yeah, man. With the,
No,
with the
you see-
goldfish in them.
Looking at that picture, it makes me think of the South Park episode with the
And look,
medical
she's all
marijuana.
into- He does like videos for this stuff.
Oh,
I'm like, oh my god, oh. There's this video and her butt bounces up and down and it shows, and it's nasty.
Oh no!
It's nasty. It's bad. It's so very bad.
I've got the gift
Yeah,
of the
no.
woman who's got the
They're
bad
showing her.
implants.
They're showing her work it into shorts or pants in the little video they have in the corner. And she's got too many implants. Her skin is starting to ripple from the quantity of implants she shoved in her ass.
Yeah, for that woman, the ass is pain.
Do
Every
they
time she
make
turns, it probably
pants
hurts.
to fit that ass?
Well, she's from Brazil. Like, what is the fuck is wrong? What's going on in Brazil? I mean, are they like having some kind of like, I don't know, some Venezuelan backlash, or is it mental illness? You
remember the gal? Okay, so Dolly Parton is from Texas because best little whorehouse in Texas, and Dolly Parton is kind of the face of Texas. She had her big old titties, and then that gal out in where was it? It was outside of Houston or outside of Dallas, decided she was going to have the world's biggest titties and make Dolly Parton look tiny. So she went and got the, quadruple J's or some shit attached to her. And it's like 8 kilograms of tit on each side of her body. It, like they've taken skin from other parts of her body to make these gigantic breasts. And it's all just so she could be bigger and look better than Dolly Parton. Started in like the early 90s.
I'm really impressed with the chick that like crushes things with her tits. Like cans.
That's disgusting. No.
That's just weird.
Do you like watching a guy break shit with his penis?
Yeah, man. If it's
No.
I do, but it's mostly women.
Bravo, brother.
Well,
See, everybody was asking me, why are they going to have this Irishman on here? Why are you having an Irishman on? It's like, because of this, man. He's fucking funny.
Alfred
Yeah.
is probably one of the funnest people
I'm
to
kidding,
stream
Alfred.
ever.
Yes, I am
Ever.
everyone's favorite dirty old man.
He's not old. Shut up.
No. What about Irate?
Yeah, it's like I'm just a
Yeah,
little
but
bit
he's not a
older than-
dirty old man.
Oh, you don't know. Yeah. Oh, Lord, yes.
Yes. Ask him about pubic hair.
I'd rather not.
Well, no, we were in this deep discussion about that facial hair is technically pubic hair. I mean, like
It is.
armpit
As well as armpit hair and chest hair and back hair, and
Well,
it's
you
all
don't get
hair
it
that
until
comes in
you...
after puberty.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, put it like this. I have a full beard.
Pubic
You got
hair,
a
man.
face full of
You got a
pubes.
face full of pubes, dude.
Yes. And anytime I get lucky, I also get a mouthful of them.
See? Exactly.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah. You're doing something wrong.
It's excruciating. It's fun though, isn't it?
Hey, did you know that if you did you know that if you blow in a vagina, you can kill somebody?
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You can kill a woman by blowing in there.
Oh my God!
I used to
you
know
gotta,
a guy that loved doing that.
No. Tell me about that, because I might actually engage in that behavior occasionally.
You don't have to like.
Shh. No, I'm
Like if you're
serious.
sitting back and you're just like, nothing's gonna happen. But if you're like putting your mouth over the hole and getting some suction, and then going, you can get air into their bloodstream.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And you can cause them to die of a heart attack.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just sexy as hell.
No.
Oh man.
I mean, be careful.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't try to be blowing up anybody with like a balloon.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, next.
So, Alfred, you're going to have to explain this one to us because most people are Americans that are listening to this show.
Yeah.
Police must fill in a form every time they shout at a suspect they are restraining.
Yeah, it's hurt feces.
God, can you fucking believe that, man? So they got
Yes.
they literally I guess every time they have an incident, they end up having to write a fucking report about it, even if
Yep.
nothing happens.
Everything has to be reported in triplicate.
Isn't that stupid though? They've got their fucking CC cameras. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I
it's
love what they call it.
tactical communication.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I was just over here tactically communicating with this guy, you know?
Yes.
Tactically.
No
communicating.
problems here, officer. We was just tactically communicating.
Yeah.
Not my fault. This cocksucker dick motherfucker ass bitch. Oh shit! I got 5 forms to fill in.
Freeze!
Yep. And they have to fill in a form
God
if they
damn
use
it.
handcuffs.
They step on your foot, you
Holy
shout out.
shit.
Oh, great, thank you, asshole. That's 3 more pieces of paper, you dick.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah. Now, this bit about having to use, they have to fill out a form if they use handcuffs. Does that include when they're off duty?
See, and then actually that question is probably going to end up coming up a positive yes at some point.
Yeah, it probably is.
That's what's
Yeah.
sad, man.
Well, it'll just be if you use the emoji of handcuffs.
Yeah. Yeah. You see,
And only on
see, this
Instagram
here's
or
the thing.
Twitter.
Only on your Tinder
See,
account.
You see, this is the difference between the police and the military. In the military, no one shouts. We speak in a volume loud enough to be heard by everyone.
Right.
We don't
Yeah.
shout.
You shout.
Correct.
No, we don't shout. We speak in a volume loud enough to be heard and understood.
Correct.
So
I get that.
we don't have to fill out any paperwork.
I've seen
Thank God.
stories of fucking people in the military now getting people fired because they cried because they were being yelled at.
Oh, there was one of
Mm,
these
retarded.
stories went round about 3 or 4 years ago where there were apparently new recruits were being handed yellow cards and red cards so that if they got stressed out they could hold up a yellow card and they would be excused a bit of training.
Mhm.
Kind of, no, that was bullshit. So
Right.
it was. If any drill instructor, if you handed up a yellow card or a red card, they would have made you eat it. Yeah, it's this stuff about the English police is a joke. The English police is a laughingstock.
Well, how do the cops feel about this in your area? Because, like, do bobbies feel like they're kind of marginalized? Like, this is the most feckless job to ever have? I mean, do they really feel like they're doing much of a difference when there's, like, this laundry list of things they must check and look through and walk through and jump through just to be able to arrest murderers and rapists? But only
Yeah.
some of those.
Yes, it's essentially what they're doing is they're tying the police's arms behind their backs.
Yeah, I mean, basically they're nothing more than hall monitors at this point.
You see, the UK no longer have any police forces. They're all police services.
Really?
Yes, they're called police services now because they serve the community.
Yeah,
No, they enforce the laws. That's their bloody job. Let them do it.
so in the future, do you see Omni consumer products
Yeah, I
hiring
could see
out
Omni.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 Doing the old. But well, okay, your cops aren't. The city cops aren't working. Well, then hire our cops.
Yeah. It's one of these ridiculous things
That's crazy.
where they're bringing in all these guidelines for how police should conduct themselves when interacting with the public at large, or as they're now called, customers.
Oh my god.
You just like
Yeah.
keep talking, man. My mind has not been blown this much in quite a while.
It's just so infuriating.
I know. It sounds it, man.
Like, we, in Northern Ireland here, we used to have the Royal Ulster Constabulary, which was a bunch of hairy-ass thugs, basically, with badges. But they were proper police officers. They knew the job to do, they did the job. With the RUC, if a police officer wanted to grow a beard, he had to take 6 weeks beard leave.
Beard leave?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Do you know why?
For undercover work?
Patches?
No.
No.
It was because then the beard would be fully grown within 6 weeks, and he wouldn't look like a scruffy bag of shit.
Oh. So
That's
more
still
like,
stupid as shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that makes sense. That sounds more like the military to me. You know?
If you wanted to grow a beard, you had to take leave
That makes
to
sense.
grow the beard, so that you didn't look like a scruffy piece of shit.
Right. I can see that.
Now, the police wear baseball caps.
What?
Yeah.
What's
Our
that
police
for?
force wear baseball caps.
So they don't come off as intimidating as they would if they were wearing a police hat?
Well,
Yes.
Maybe they should come off as intimidating, considering they're there to enforce
They
law.
absolutely should.
In the
Yes.
first, I was going to say,
When they
go ahead.
When they changed the name from the Royal Ulster Constabulary, they changed it to the Northern Ireland Police Service, which lasted about 24 hours whenever everybody started calling them nipples. Because the anagram is NIPS, nips. Oh, your nips getting colder. I can see them poking out. So then they changed it to the Police Service of Northern Ireland.
Posney?
Yeah. That's how ridiculous things have gotten.
Jesus.
Posney. Oh,
Posani?
Police Service of Northern Ireland. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, all right. All right. If I recall correctly, when General Montgomery was given his assignment in North Africa,
Yep.
wasn't the first thing he did was have everybody shave and get in uniform and dress properly? The first thing he did, because they were all like looked slovenly and shit, and he made them stand at attention and would do drills and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the African desert.
In the
heat.
exactly.
It was kind of. That's why he was hated by most of the troops.
Yep, the respect. It's like, see, they don't have people like that. That's what scares me about this planet, man.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. But you see, you're in the hot desert sun. You're fighting a war. You don't really want to have to worry about being clean shaven or whether your uniform's been ironed and pressed. You just want to get on with the bloody job at hand.
Yeah, of course. Well, and I'm sure nowadays but I don't think it was really about that. I think it was about getting their shit together, because their morale was broken by the Germans at that point. The way
they'd been pushed back and pushed back.
Yeah,
because Germany had better supply lines and better leaders.
Well, and shittier tanks, and they were able to defeat them with their 88 guns. And what he would do is he would like lure them into a trap, and then send these little itty bitty fucking tanks out there, and it would suck them. And at that point the Brits were using M3s and M4s, American tanks, along with the Cromwell. The Cromwell,
there was the Cromwell,
the Crusader, and the alligator, the crocodile, was it? Yeah, and And so they would chase them right, and then what happened was they would have the 88s like hidden behind rocks and shit, and they would start firing at and just blowing this fuck out of these tanks. And I mean after a couple of months of that shit, they were getting worn down, and they were losing ground because not Dunkirk. God, what was the name of that city that they took twice?
Alamein.
El Alamein. Yeah, exactly.
El Alamein.
Yep. Yeah. So, sorry about that. It's just a little history there.
Little history lesson brought to you
Alfred and I read that shit.
Irate Prostate.
That's right.
And Alfred the
I love
Mediocre.
tanks, man. Tanks are the shit.
Oh yeah, tanks are brilliant fun.
They're so fun too. So they're fun to build as models and to try to make them look metal and shit. Anyway,
Yes.
I know that he's a dumbass. All right, so all right. Speaking of World War II, let's go ahead and talk about this because usually I keep one thing in the show to piss everybody off, and this guy, I am looking at. Hold on, did we skip something? Oh,
yeah, but it was about Scotland.
It was about Scotland, the legal.
Well, it was just saying that they dropped their legal drink driving limit from 0.8 to 0.5, and it did nothing to prevent drink driving in their country. It didn't decrease the amount of accidents or anything. Didn't do shit.
God, that's ridiculous.
Because changing the level isn't changing the limit. Is it going to change the amount of people that give a fuck and don't give a fuck? What's really changed everything is the social pressure.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what changes everything. I'm like, everybody's outlaw abortion. No. Make a society where abortion is repulsive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do it socially. Don't do it legislatively.
Northern Ireland's one of the last countries in Europe that abortion's illegal.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though, like.
Yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But has the number of women that have fallen down staircases gone up since they outlawed it in most places?
Yeah, well, it's never actually been legal in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'm just saying, it seems like the amount of chicks that falling downstairs would go up if people were like, you can't legally get an abortion.
Oh.
Yet withal, even though abortion's against the law, and always has been, we actually have one of the lowest rates of teenage pregnancies in the UK.
No, it's because they know they don't have a backup. They're like, fuck that, I'm not... It's
well, no, it's because they know that they have to get their ass on a plane to go have an abortion.
Yeah,
right.
Well, you gotta go to Britain. Exactly.
They have to go to the mainland to get an abortion.
Yeah.
What about adoption? They offer adoption?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, you can have adoption over here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't want to be forced into giving up your kid for adoption. I get that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually...
Good deterrent, it sounds like.
Yes.
Or
It
at
is
least
good.
Good for the condom companies.
Roll Tide, JTR. Just gotta say it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He invokes the tide whenever he falls in the room. Yes.
Is it the low tide or the high tide?
It's Jack.
It's
JTR. Go see serial killer.
It's the roll tide.
That's right.
It's an American football thing.
Yeah, it's
oh, I know that.
Yeah, the
yes,
descriptor.
Don't I read long enough to know what roll tide is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
if you've spoken to Irate Prostate more than once, you know what roll tide is.
It's not like I'm into that shit, is it? That's
no.
It's like we got a good active crowd tonight, man. It's good to see everybody here, chilling out, shooting the shit. Talking, let's get a little pissed off, man, because there's one thing that pisses me off more than anything is there is a group of people that Tom Brokaw, of all people, said was the greatest generation ever. And I have to agree with them, and that's the people that ended up fighting, after living through the fucking, Great Depression. They turn around and they save the world's ass from fucking, fascism and evil fucking Japanese people, man.
Right.
And they end up dying from being treated like shit in nursing homes, man. It's just horrible.
And it's fucking sad.
Yeah.
Man.
My eldest daughter works in a nursing home. She works with dementia patients. and there is no reason for anyone not to be bathed properly.
Right, and this guy's name was York Spratling the third, I think. And
It just says he's York Spratling. York Spratling. He was 84.
they didn't bathe him, and
No, he got gangrene.
on his dick.
Genitals.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they were trying to pick the dead skin off, and his dick came out, basically.
Oh,
Yeah, and then he died. Yeah, he died later of sepsis. Isn't that fucking terrible? You know, it's
That
like,
is disgusting.
you know, and you know, if you think about especially this, you know, this African American guy, what he had to go through, you know, being in the army and shit. See, that's it was
Yep.
you know, he lived through some shit, man. There was something tough about him because he you know, he made it all the way to 84, and it's just sad that he died from a bunch of lazy assholes that didn't want to give the dude a bath because he couldn't do it himself.
Well, there
Like,
was things
whenever
you could smell
he
when
was-
they came in the room, they could smell his body but
Yeah.
his family is the reason he ended up at the hospital, if I'm understanding the story correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nursing home, it just would have been he would have died. Like they wouldn't have done anything. Like, no, yeah, they could smell the infection from the door to his room. The nursing home staff, they told the
Exactly.
investigators they could smell it.
So he was brought in like that from being with his family, and then
Yeah, they said he was refusing showers, but even so, there's other ways to clean the body that prevent something like that from happening.
Oh, they're sponge baths in the bed, man. There's a way to, you know, you roll the guy over, you change out the sheets every day, you know, and you bathe them and shit. I mean, you know.
And it's not like they aren't fully versed in these procedures. I mean, geez, we're all just lay people. None of us are CNAs or RNAs or LVNs or
Right,
anything.
LVNs, right, exactly.
But to be fair, if he was combative, they may not have wanted to get close because a lot of folks in retirement homes get
Alzheimer's.
very combative.
Yeah.
They get
especially
very
Alzheimer's,
combative.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, if you didn't
I
know
have-
you could get tired easily.
I have friends in that are CNAs and shit, and they're always talking about, you know, getting beat to hell by the residents.
Oh, yeah.
Little old ladies. Usually it's little old ladies.
My daughter comes home with scrap marks in her arms, bruises from people, like the patients she deals with.
What
are
about
dementia, so-
Lily?
Oh, Lily, she causes bruises.
Well, yeah.
But these people don't know what they're doing. They don't know they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a case of, well, it has to be done, so you have to put them through the stress of getting them clean, of washing them, and then you leave them to calm down.
Right.
Okay.
Because you're there to care for them. And their genitals rotting off is a lot more important than them being upset and out of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you let them swing a little. Let them scream and yell a bit. I mean, that kind of Alzheimer regression is going to lead to a lot more, you know, immaturity anyway. So
Primitive behavior, exactly.
Yes.
just let them flail, let them be a kid, and wash them. You know, this says here that, okay, so state regulators have cited the home 3 times in the prior year to Spratling's death for not having enough nurses to properly care for residents, including showering them.
That's actually a nationwide epidemic.
Well, yeah, thank you, Obamacare. But, however, Florida's Agency for Healthcare Administration, which regulates the state's nursing homes, took no legal action against the facility.
Jesus. That's fucked up.
No, see, that's
right.
people don't want to do paperwork.
It really
That
does sound
is-
like it, doesn't it? It's suggesting. Read the story.
Well-
I don't even have to respond to it.
Well, and as Fading Dark explained to us, you know, there's a shortage of people in the nursing industry in general because people just don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you're also up for a lawsuit every time you try to do any work, too.
And then there's
Nowadays,
that, right? You know, and there's like, well, you can get health. I mean, you can get lawsuit insurance, but fuck, that shit's expensive.
Yeah, it's long hours, on your feet. You don't end up eating very well because of it. And I mean, you get beat to hell.
I just, on behalf of people that actually give a shit, Mr. York Spratling III, we thank you for your service, man, and I'm sorry that you passed away in such horrible conditions, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
You deserve a lot
salute
better
you,
than
sir.
that. Exactly.
Thank you. And thank you for serving your country in a time where it really wasn't popular for black men to be serving the country. So
Oh yes.
fighting the fucking stereotypes in your face at the time, too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. When that man served in the army, blacks were giving the most dangerous, shittiest, dirtiest jobs imaginable.
Exactly. Especially in the army. In the,
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah.
Did I miss this? I haven't looked at the news all day. Sorry, I just read the comments in the chat. Federal judge in Texas rules Affordable Health Care Act unconstitutional.
Oh, good.
Oh, God. I hope
Yes,
they
it was the
change that.
compulsory individual mandate part.
Well, I think
And I
it was
voted
the
for the
fining
judge.
people for not
Having insurance.
participating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what was it, like an $80 fine per year every year that you don't have
No,
insurance?
they don't call it a fine. They
More
call
than
it it was called a shared, not burden, but something like that.
A
Payment.
shared fee.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a shared fee or something like that.
Yeah, it was a
It's not a tax
fine.
though. It's not a tax.
Yeah.
But you do it on your fucking your IRS tax form every year, but it's not a tax.
Right.
I would love to have health care again that I could actually use, because a $6,000 deductible for a family of 5 is fucking unbelievable. When you have one income.
High.
Yeah.
Especially when half the time you're probably not having to use it, especially for every family member.
Well, no, because I'm really the only one that has like the chronic health problems that need medication and stuff. So when I go to the doctor, I have the $6,000 deductible. So I go in, but I have to pay insurance rates for my doctor's appointments. And I have to pay insurance rates for my medications. So it's at least $170 to go into the doctor's to get a 1-month prescription. Now, this is just going to one of the sliding scale clinics, not like a regular healthcare person.
Yeah.
That looks to be over $200 to do in this area for that initial visit. And then the cheapest I can get, just a rescue inhaler, not a controller, is $70. Now, if I wanted to get a rescue or a controller inhaler, that's over $300.
Oh yeah, like a
And I can't
combo
get any discounts for it because I have to use that insurance and that price according to the pharmacies. So I don't know what the actual rules are.
That is so fucked up.
So yeah, I would love to have regular insurance back. Can we? I would rather go with a fucking high risk pool, please.
Yeah.
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 That's the best idea.
Can I just go back to that, because that worked great when I lived in California.
Yep.
So I was just excited because if that's the case, woohoo! Breathing may be in the future.
Oh, you don't want to breathe, especially
No.
where you live. Ugh.
Right?
Like catch something.
Catch some sort of nasty hipster virus.
Oh, those are the worst.
Have to wear bad glasses and rabies.
Everybody knows about man flu, but it's nowhere near as bad as soy boy flu.
Soy boy flu sounds awful.
Oh, it is.
It makes you kind of whiny and just like, oh man, whatever.
No way. Yeah.
Well, it definitely doesn't make you as fallen as this guy.
Oh yeah, the cocaine man.
What you got?
Yeah.
So all right, you wearing a shirt that says cocaine. Apparently, you've probably done a shitload of cocaine. You're going to get bored, right? So what do?
Yeah.
You run around the town writing cocaine over everything because you love cocaine, right?
So
many
he's like
cocaine.
a real life Dr. Roxo.
Yeah,
Except for he's like 45.
yeah, man. He's fucking snowblind and shit.
No split motherfucking chicken.
This is in New Orleans. It's
So
like-
you ever watch Death Clock or Metalocalypse? I mean,
No, I've
Metalocalypse?
never seen it. No.
There's
I
a
haven't.
character on there named Dr. Roxo. That's who Pickle was just referring to. And he paints up like a clown, and he kind of dresses a bit like a clown version of David Lee Roth.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he runs around going, I do cocaine.
I do
Like-
cocaine.
He did that. My favorite one was when he was sitting next to a cop, and he goes, "Hey, officer, I've got cocaine," and then he runs away.
Oh, no. My
His
favorite.
mugshot is fucking amazing, though, guys. It's just fucking incredible.
He's
You
like,
have to give him props for at least being creative.
Yeah.
Just check
Yeah, it's
your
just kind of the.
well, check his screen. I've got that up. I've got his little mugshot up.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, that's all you're gonna hear. Just, it was good cracking.
yeah, I was there.
Yeah, you had to be there.
Cleared my sinuses up, though, man.
Of course.
Fucking
Good
good
time.
shit. Goddamn,
I'm
don't
gonna tell you, he's a good time, no.
Don't
How
feel
much
the
you
back
want
of
that?
my
His
throat.
nickname is Boomhauer.
Well, shit, that's like give that my girl, give that shit to my girlfriend, you know, right? And it just clears the back of the throat out. That gag mechanism just gets right rid of it, man. I deep throat that bitch all night long.
And my saying, and I go out to the backyard and we gonna go fucking
Yeah.
half the time. And then
Man,
we
you
gonna go
don't
to the same
never
day.
heard of it, man. That's Tony, man. He's a fucking
That's the character I created a long time ago.
but yeah. Tony's a roadie. He don't care. You know, give me a little bit of blow, man. I'm gonna go fucking try to rig this light ray up here, man. It's just all fucked up, man. Every time I
You're
press
not
it.
licensed. You're not licensed to rig the lights. No, I don't care. I
I
got
don't know, he
this.
looks like
Man.
damn near every wrestling doc I went to high school with, so to me, he just looks fucking hilarious and entertaining.
Dude,
I
I've
bet
been
that's
hit
his
by
Tinder
220
profile pic.
17 times, man. Fuck you. I'm just saying,
You know what I
I'm
rate?
saying, man?
That's his definitely his Tinder profile picture right there.
Oh, yep, that's his Tinder. It should be. If it's not, it should be.
So which way do you
Absolutely.
swipe? You know?
You seem to like this
I
motherfucker.
don't know, one of those really terrible, awful, make me cringe and want to slap people when I see the apps. You swipe right or left to approve or disapprove
Uh-huh.
of people's. Yeah, that's his.
That's
What is
all-
it? To approve the swipe right stories. I keep hearing. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
that's
I
from
hate-
Tinder. Yeah. Well, I've seen a chick on there before. All her profile said was just here for drugs.
I like the one where
Like,
the
oh.
chick had the tits on the buttons. Like, you know? I like that one, man. It was perfect. She
You know, a
must,
good
she
channel
must
for
have
that.
worked hours to get that picture right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
A good YouTube channel for that is Fluffy Talks. That guy he does a series called "You're Bad at Tinder," and yeah, he gets some really great profiles.
I bet though. But I like that idea of what you've been doing, man. That's some funny shit, man. But
Totally stole it from Fluffy.
but those eyes
Totally.
or something. Why don't you just put like a black bar over the eyes?
Hey.
I can help you with
Oh.
that. If you
Oh, I know how. I just rather do swirls and shit.
Oh, dude, that looks so creepy
Yeah.
though, man.
We have fun with that show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's probably my best one so far.
I think I'm on the
gotta-
event horizon sometimes when I'm looking at some of my faces and shit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll start doing something else. Multicolor their eyes, make them look like their eyes are on acid. Yeah.
That
I'll
sounds
put
good.
little irate prostates over their eyes.
I
Are
just
you
hit,
burning yourself? You
Did you
okay?
drop your cigarette?
I just hit my knee.
Did you just
man.
sit in your testicles
Oh, he hit his
again?
knee.
Jesus
He hit his
Christ.
knee.
Oh,
I think he.
Right, yeah, right on the edge of the fucking. Shit.
See,
yeah,
I
we
do that
couldn't
here at
smoke.
work all the time,
Pain.
where I whack my knee.
I guess
I
pain.
thought you just sat in your own testicles again.
No, it's like Payne's
I
God's
told you.
way telling me I'm still alive, man.
I think I told you I got a
Yeah.
buddy that calls sitting on your own nuts. He calls it sitting in bubblegum. You're like, I sat in bubblegum.
Dude, if you do it just right, you'll never do it again. I'm just saying.
This dude was overweight too. It's like, are you sure you're sitting on him, or you squish him with your thighs? Be honest.
Crazy.
It was a little
All right.
of both.
Now, this next story is the one that Uzi picked out just for Sir Adamantine. And after I read it, man, I was like, yeah, you know shit. It's about a budgie.
Well, it's an African grey parrot.
Oh, excuse me. I thought it was a budgie. Apparently, I'm wrong. What's
It's
a
a
budgie?
parrot?
A budgie is this.
It's like a
Tweety pie.
parakeet, isn't it? Yeah.
A budgie's Tweety pie, whereas a grey African grey parrot is parakeet, basically.
That's
This
really
is
a
great.
beautiful bird, though. That is pretty cool.
It's a big
Yeah.
bird. He's a rescue bird. He lives with a woman who's almost 50, and he has discovered that Alexa follows his commands.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
So Alexa is now his bestest friend, and he sings songs to her and asks her to play songs to him, and he orders food and treats and a kite and a kettle and broccoli, and apparently owner comes home and there is always music playing now. Often Kings of Leon, apparently. But the bird isn't at the rescue center with the rest of the birds because apparently his previous owner taught him how to cuss. And they just violate everybody. I fucking shit you not.
Cocksucker.
They don't want him effing and blinding about the place.
It's a Brit. It's a Brit bird, that's for sure.
That's definitely
Lennon,
Scottish.
Lennon
Jeff,
taught his
that was,
parrot how to say, "Want to smoke a joint?"
Yeah, no shit.
The FBI had that on record because they used to follow him around. Anyway,
so yeah, the cussing bird that likes to order, that sweet talks Alexa.
Yes.
That's
pretty cool.
Yeah.
He
But,
orders food though. That
He just
man,
ordered,
that's
so
not
far
that
he's
big,
ordered strawberries, watermelon, raisins, broccoli, and ice cream.
Fucking
It's
snap
like
that bird's neck.
He's pregnant.
watermelon.
He's pregnant.
Oh my god.
Broccoli and ice cream, you know?
That's great.
Right?
Yeah. And it's an African grey parrot, so of course he's ordering watermelon.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
And listening to
Pickles with
Kings of
Hershey
Leon?
syrup on it.
Come on, dude. The
Yeah.
only thing that could have made it better is if his favorite song was from The Lion King.
Oh, God.
Because Kings of Leon is pretty damn close. It's like, oh my god, there is so much bad humor you could make with such a loose connection.
Kings of Leon, man.
Yes.
Jesus. That's that's one
damn,
from way back, you know.
Well, I
Hey,
don't
they
like,
have
okay,
a
so
couple
what?
good
The bird
songs.
likes to dance to Your Sex is on Fire? What?
Yeah, man. Check out this chick. I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. Would you refuse it? She must be just crazy as batshit. She must be just fucking nuts.
Well,
Right.
she's almost 50, and it appears she lives alone. According to the story, it sounds like she does at least.
Cat lady.
And she's the bird lady.
Oh, you're talking about her. I've got the next story up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that attacks
Wow,
her
she looks like
boyfriend. The chick
she looks like a
that-
happy art teacher right there.
North Floridian
Oh.
woman.
A Florida woman allegedly attacks boyfriend after he refuses sex.
What the fuck is it with people in their 40s? Are they suddenly losing their fucking minds?
Oh man.
Yep.
I think it's you got a bunch of people that don't want to get old, and just being immature is a way of not getting old for some people. You know, there's a difference between childish and being childlike.
Right. And Michael Jackson was not childlike.
He was fucked up. You know, that was
He
some
was
kind of
He got fucked up, yeah.
yeah. He was
Yes.
messed up, and
So
that was
she
some regressive
attacked her
shit.
boyfriend. Did she use a weapon?
yeah.
She threw shit at him.
Yeah. Yes.
Damn you, fuck me.
But can we please mention I'm dyslexic, but even I know that this is really bad grammar and spelling, and somebody's messed up.
Oh.
Sheriff's deputies were called out to Carl's address at around 3 a.m. and were told by her boyfriend that they had been arguing all night because Carl wanted to having sex, but he didn't.
Having sex.
Carol
I want to have
Having
sex.
It sounds like it's like
This is what happens when you go from something that doesn't even have a yeah. Fuck me.
English second language for the writer.
Binary, dude. It's probably written by a fucking bot.
Probably.
Boyfriend told officers Carl continuously tried to have sex with him, even though he told her several times he wanted to be left alone. In other words, he had just
Wait.
watched porn and done it himself.
I wonder if he was playing Red Dead.
He
He
must
was like,
go
I'm playing
to
Red
a
Dead,
bar.
bitch.
Mm-hmm.
that's just crazy.
And she was a bitch to the cops, and she started throwing stuff at him, and yeah.
Back in the day, I would have probably hit that shit. You know, but we don't know what she looks like, you know, what the rest of her looks like, so.
Well, and she
he was
threw a paint
probably-
roller at him.
He was probably upset that she kept nibbling with that little snapple tooth she's got going on there.
She threw a paint roller at
Oh,
him?
kept scratching.
She threw a paint roller at him.
Told you she was an art teacher.
Oh,
You gotta be. I can't see you not being an art teacher when you look that fucking crazy.
Lordy.
oh yes, it says she was obviously intoxicated.
Yeah.
No shit.
He was a
huffing
mean,
paint.
drunk, horny bitch.
It's just huffing paint.
Oh yes.
She must have been drinking tequila. You know, them white people, we aren't supposed to drink that tequila.
And what is that face? That's like a hell yeah, I want sex face.
Oh. Is
That's
anybody-
I got arrested for being horny.
Yeah.
I like Atema's suggestion here because whether or not she knows this, she just suggested that we each tell our favorite tequila story.
Oh, God.
Dude,
I drink it.
I don't have
No.
one.
I can't get drunk on it. Doesn't matter how much
Alright,
of that shit I
Captain
drink, I
America.
don't get drunk.
My felonies are classy, but I really don't want to talk about them on stream.
Okay.
Well, if they're
Just-
creative, I don't know if they're classy.
I got shit faced on it one night and I never did it again because, like,
Yeah.
that whole next day, everything tasted like that horrible. It was really cheap tequila too. That fucking cigarettes, man. Whatever. Weed.
But we-
I mean, for fuck's sake.
You see, that was the problem. It was cheap tequila.
It was bad,
Yeah.
cheap tequila. Yeah. No, it wasn't Patron, man. Patron is like, you know, I could do one shot of that shit, you know, and be all right. But Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There was one night I drank about a bottle and a half of tequila
Yeah.
and then went out clubbing. And the woman I woke up with the next morning. And
Little coyote love
No.
there.
yeah, I actually phoned my mates up and cursed down the phone at him for allowing me. You know, you're supposed to have my damn back here. Why the hell did you allow me to leave that?
Yeah, okay, so when I was 17, it was the first time I'd ever drank tequila in any quantity because I'd always avoided tequila because it tasted like shit. I didn't like it.
Right.
So, drank tequila with a bunch of my friends. Now, one of them is this dude who's like 6'4", and his family is from like Venezuela. So we're all trying to figure out how this island nation guy is like bigger than the rest of us, but he's obviously Latino. He's grown up drinking tequila, right?
Right.
So he's teaching me how to drink tequila like I'm a native Southern or Central American that's grown up drinking tequila. Well, my narrow ass weighed all of about 120 pounds at the time,
Oh, God.
and I think I drank a whole handle. But
Oh, my
I was so
God.
drunk. It was that kind of puke drunk that you don't even care you're puking. You just stop and puke, and then you just keep going. You're so drunk, you don't even know you're not supposed to feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, fuck
that
it.
is
Fuck it. Let's
the-
go.
That is the only drunk I have ever had.
Let's go
that
shoot
has
pool.
ever made
Fuck
me
it.
not want to drink an alcohol again. That was the puking and then getting up and walking away. No, no, that's too much alcohol.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's my the rest of my tequila stories I can't tell on air.
I feel you. Anybody else?
I don't have crazy tequila stories. I like the shit, and it doesn't make me go insane. So
Oh, good for you, man. Well, then you're the exception to the rule, man. Because I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I've heard that stories like that from so many people.
If you want to, we
No.
skip the bus one.
I mean, I do crazy shit when I'm sober, anyways. So whether I did it, whether I was drinking tequila or not, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I like your logic.
Yeah.
The more
I
more I hang out with Pickle, the more I like him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, I do enjoy 1800,
Oh.
and I love me some fucking Cabo Wabo.
Oh, okay.
That Hagar.
Sammy Hagar shit. Yeah.
I really want to try the Cabo Wabo, even though I can't drink alcohol anymore. I still want to try it.
It's fucking delicious.
Oh my God, man.
I've heard it's like an amazing tequila.
He is in a band now called Chickenfoot with Joe Satriani, and the bass player from Van Halen. I can't remember.
Michael Anthony.
Michael Anthony, exactly.
There you go.
And I don't know who the drummer is, but they do these like great covers of like Deep Purple's Highway Star, and they did. I mean,
Nice.
it's fucking, it is letter perfect, dude. And you know Michael Anthony's harmonies.
I've seen Sammy Hagar. I saw Van Hagar when they were.
Van Hagar.
And
think I got the
that was
5150
a
tour on
fucking amazing show.
VHS.
You know it was.
Yeah.
It was a fucking amazing show. The only thing was it was hard to watch Eddie Van Halen and Sammy Hagar compete for front stage.
Yeah, that's what it got.
And yeah, you remember when they tried to do the fucking tour with Hagar and Roth?
Oh my God,
That did not last.
no shit. Well,
But
it's not who's
it
got the
really
biggest
good.
dick, it's who is the biggest dick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then
That's
Sammy
what it boils
takes
down
cake.
to.
I saw Van Halen, their second album tour, where they were headlining. The first time they were headlining, they had been with the front and the Stones. I mean, that show, that was a great party, man. I mean, it was just like, they played for 2.5 hours, and it was incredible. And then I saw the Women and Children First tour, which they played in a stadium, you know, the next time. So I mean, it was like they went from like about 3,000 seat to a 22 or 24,000 seat auditorium. It was crazy, man. Yeah, they were great, man. They were really good. But you know, now that I listened to those first two albums, there's like 3 or 4 songs that are good on them, and the rest of them, I don't know, man. You know.
Yeah, but I can go back and listen to Montrose, and I don't want to skip any songs.
Fuck no, man. That album is just, that's a must-have for everybody.
But you know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
just a difference in music to me. For what I grew up with, I think I just prefer Hagar's style of music and performance more.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed Van Hagar more than I enjoyed Van Halen, and
I
I know
know
that's
you did.
curious to a lot of people, but fuck, it's just the way I grew up.
Yeah, David Lee wasn't a singer. He was a front man. You
Yeah,
know?
he was a stage presence.
Exactly. He was a master of ceremonies, literally, is what I would always think. You know, it's
He's
like,
bald
okay, he's putting on the show. He's a ringmaster. And
Like he's bald up top. It kind of looks a little funny to see him go from long hair to bald up
Bald.
top. Yeah, like the comparison's strange because you used to seeing him in his younger days, you know.
But yeah, did this spandex pants kicking up in the air with the strings attached to his microphone that he carried around. Couldn't set it down. It had the pole attached to it with no bass. I was like, it's so stupid in the videos.
It's because he was trying to be like
who?
Freddie Mercury.
oh, that makes sense.
You guys ever notice that Shawn Michaels kind of took his entire clothing all from David Lee Roth? Like,
Well, I kind of thought David Lee Roth took all of his clothing from the lead singer of Aerosmith.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I can see that too. Because Steven Tyler was like, he had that, and what's his name? Fucking Axl Rose stole his little like skating motion thing.
Yeah, that little wobbly thing that he
Yeah,
did.
exactly. That little snake-like. Yeah, exactly. That's interesting. It's like so. It seems like Steven Tyler has been a bigger influence on singers than people might would think. And
Right.
And if you listen to the Boomerversity campus radio occasionally, you might hear some good old Aerosmith. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's Fault. Yeah, that's probably the rockiest song they have ever done. But that's my opinion.
Are you going to play anything like Smoking in the Boys' Room?
I don't, I'm not there yet, but yeah, it's like every show it gets more. If you listen to it from the beginning to the end, it's really good house cleaning music, man. If if you are subscribed to Irate Prostate's channel, you can see he's got a playlist for Boomerversity Campus Radio, and you can just put that sucker on and clean your house all day long. And not hear the same song twice. Maybe one or two. Sometimes I can't remember. Anyway, I'm having fun doing that shit.
Yes.
Doc Griffin. It's on the,
Oh, shit.
yeah. He's gracing
And
our
apparently
presence.
Trippy looks only a little funny instead of a lot funny. So Trippy, I don't know if you're downgrading or upgrading.
Well,
Me neither.
you want to see what somebody that likes to sniff underwear in Colorado looks
Well,
like?
I was gonna say, we were
Let's
talking
do
about
it.
music, and I was gonna slowly move it up towards Green Day and the "I Was Alone, No One Was Looking." I was thinking of you.
Yeah.
That's
I was all by
Man
myself.
arrested for breaking into 4 residence halls at a university and stealing women's underwear.
There's plenty of websites where you can just go online and buy it.
Nicholas Joseph Lorenzo, 33, was arrested on December 10th at the Denver International Airport. He
Oh,
was
that
flying
place.
back to Colorado.
That place. Maybe the imagery in that place fucked him up.
he had a bad trip.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah, so he stole this stuff from the Boulder campus.
of Colorado
And then
University.
when he came back to Colorado, as he landed, they arrested him. 33 years old. You're in your mid-30s and you're stealing girls' underwear?
Yeah. Man, you gotta know,
What
man.
in the
Sorority
holy
Road
fuck?
in the springtime is just a sight to behold. 'Cause
Yeah, just go to spring break. They'll throw them at you.
Well, even though what it is, it's like, driving down Sorority Road during the spring when they're like sunning themselves and shit. They all like get on the front yard. It's like, okay, Lord. I remember those days.
Yeah, no, you're 33 years of age, man.
That's the reason.
Just
No,
like,
that's the reason I
Get a
went.
girlfriend.
That's the reason I went to the University of Alabama 1 year.
Get it in
Shit
sex
like
doll.
that, and
Shit.
acid. Gotta, give LSD the credit it's due.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, just take a holiday, a vacation to Japan. They have vending machines that you can buy used panties
No
in.
shit, man.
Right?
That we
Yeah.
ought to start doing. Somebody ought to open just one now here. Just steal the idea and just do it in America.
well, I think it's actually against the law here because of communicable diseases and stuff.
Well, what
Like-
if? All right,
I
how about
remember
this?
they.
I was gonna say just take a pair of panties, a brand new pair of panties, wad them up, and just put them in that little box, and say somebody wore them.
Yeah.
Yep, just throw them through the washing machine a few times to the fade a wee bit and just say, oh, they're well worn.
Exactly.
But, and speaking of depraved degeneracy, I just got word that somebody knocked up Amy Schumer, and we feel sorry for you.
Oh, for Jesus!
Oh!
It may be the second coming, y'all. Okay.
Pickle, I
Because-
told you it was a bad idea to be putting your dick
That
pic
is
on
still
Discord.
better than
Okay?
bum reads, Irate. Still better than
Are you ready for that? Are you ready for them bum wreaths?
butt
Yes.
reads? Are you fucking serious?
Oh, and read how it's written.
Okay.
Influencer. She's an influencer. Her name is Davidson. She's
Influencer Davison reveals how to make the cheeky wreath on her Instagram page.
Oh, awesome.
Split your tights and put them on. Congratulations, you have
butt wreath.
A ruined pair of
Butt
tights.
That's.
dollar store tights and a pair of scissors. Congratulations, you figured out how to be pathetic.
A holiday hoe.
She puts the hoe in holiday. Exactly.
Yeah, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Oh, and then another pair. She just cut a circle and stuck some fucking. That's got to be uncomfortable, dude.
You know it
Like,
is.
you sit down
She's
and
not
it just
sitting down,
stabs you in the ass
exactly.
cheeks.
No
That's
shit.
stretchy shit, dude. Like, you can't even say that's for like naughty time or anything because there's no way, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's just a
Right.
ornamental. It's,
Yeah, it's.
yeah.
But
That's about as
the,
useful as
the top-
chaps.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
top picture
I was thinking.
of
chaps.
the store.
Oh my god, she has like 19 of these. She literally just slit a bunch of leggings and wrapped shit around her ass.
Yes. And at least look on the bright side. At least it wasn't the woman from the first article that did it.
I was thinking that.
That
She wouldn't
was
be able to. She'd have to slit them afterwards, and then tape them up and everything, and make sure that they don't
Yeah.
rip further.
See,
Like,
even
this is the
Furry
kinda-
and Finley gets it. How in the
This is
hell
the kind
did
of
she
chick,
set that?
though. This is the kind of girl
Oh,
that would
Furry.
wear this to the Christmas dinner with the rest of her family.
yes, it is.
She
Yeah.
looks that blank. There's that much doe-eyedness there. Yeah. Oh God. Why?
And even in some of the pictures, the wreath doesn't even go around the entire hole. It's just on her ass.
That's what I'm saying. She took a pair of scissors, cut a slit in the pants, put them on, and then took a wreath and shoved it around her ass where the hole is.
Yeah.
She bought some dollar store wreaths and cut some pants and wants to show everybody how clever and crafty she is. Okay, so congratulations. You don't have to take your pants down to take a shit. Good job.
Right? Well, I mean, she's got to move the underwear to the left or right, you know. But
I mean, really.
Well, not in all of them. It looks like some of them she's not even wearing underwear.
it also looks... she's the kind of girl, too, that would be like, don't touch my butt.
Right, don't look like that.
Yes.
Stop
Are you
staring
looking
at
at
my
my
ass.
ass? I wonder if she asked the question all women ask. Does my butt look big in this?
Does
Probably.
my ass look big?
She
Exactly.
only asked that to her 43
See,
cats.
you can't answer questions like that. You know?
No, that is a trick question.
It is.
And Christmas time is full of really rich foods. Why would you want to wear something that has your ass wide open like that when you're eating a bunch of rich foods covered in fucking gravy?
Diarrhea.
Yeah, it stops the flapping noise. Just lets it all out. Doesn't get trapped in your pants.
Holy shit. Man.
Diarrhea. That's why you wear that.
Yeah.
God. Fuck me, dude. Why?
Dude, this has been the funniest stream we've done in a while. You know, this has been crazy.
Oh, Frig, Stalvin's Forge. Who wants to bang Christmas?
I don't want to bang that Christmas. Can I bang a real Christmas instead? Because that's a half-ass Christmas.
And she would like call her,
yep.
her sister after Christmas and be like, "Did you see stepdad looking at my butt?" It's like,
Yes.
none of us could help it.
I'm going to report
Yeah,
on
everybody
him.
was looking at your butt. It was freedom.
I think you took the YMCA a little too literally. Or the
Yeah.
village people. The village people a little too seriously, lady.
Well, she did the pants while wearing those. Pants are just going to rip even further.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can cut it, take the picture, and then you have to throw everything away because you can never put them on again.
Well,
They're
that one
just
picture
for the
that
pictures.
was up, that one picture that was up, it almost looked like it was an accident. She had all sorts of glue and shit running down her leg.
Yeah, Stalvin's Forge asks, what's
Yeah.
next? Mistletoe and
That
the tip
wasn't
of the dick?
What was it? Glue?
No. You put the mistletoe on your belt buckle.
It was absolutely from Zell. That's what it was, Pickle.
Yes.
By the
Zell
way,
did it.
see, Alfred and I think exactly alike. Yes. You put
Oh,
You don't want it on your dick because mistletoe is actually
yeah,
poisonous.
but if you put it, you know,
Dude,
exactly.
that's what was missing. She should have had a mistletoe above her crack.
Exactly.
No, that was upper crack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why she's standing funny like that.
Well,
Somebody brings
maybe it was just an attempt to not show her mistletoe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mistletoe or camel toe? Are you
That's what I
deciding
said.
pronouncing words?
I think it was I think yes, we mixed metaphors here.
Oh,
Did a good
Absolutely
job.
both.
Oh, wait, I did that thing I do again, didn't I? Sorry, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
It's
obvious
that thing, man.
is a good thing to be able to observe. Occasionally, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. see it.
loudly state the obnoxious. Yay.
Yes. There's one of those pictures that it looks like Riley Dennis has talked badly.
Oh,
Riley Dennis can't add and has no idea. Riley Dennis seems to think that Star Trek Next Generation is reality or some shit. The way that last
Yeah.
video of Riley's went, I can't call Riley a girl. Hasn't made enough effort yet. Sorry.
Never will.
Having a hard time.
You mean the trans guy who claims to be a lesbian and has a girlfriend that he uses his penis to have sex with?
Yes.
Yes, that one.
Oh, yeah, that's real lesbian behavior there. His girlfriend's got
the
some
one
fucking
who-
issues too.
I could have sworn they said they started hormone therapy, but I haven't seen the size of their Adam's apple change at all.
I'm a butch bull dyke in a man's body.
Wait, does hormone therapy change
Changed
the
my
size
mind.
of your
Fight
Adam's
me.
apple?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had to have surgery for that, like fat injections and shit,
For what?
to hide your Adam's apple.
I thought it decreased when you did the hormone treatment.
No, it has to be shaved, but when Riley Dennis get his shaved,
Yeah.
Well,
his
I've
Adam's
seen boobs,
apple
yeah.
actually shaved the knife.
it's Riley's fine feature.
Speaking of Riley's Adam's apples, say if Mark Como's out there, hey man,
Hey, Mark, I haven't seen you forever. Hope you're
Yeah,
doing
no
good, bro.
Yeah, I saw his promo for you.
What'd you think about that?
Yeah, I don't normally do this, but do not subscribe.
It's because I was stuck at 666. You notice I've been like for two and a half weeks, been just swinging back and forth.
Yes, but that is because you are the devil.
Okay.
You'll have to add some devil horns to your avatar, and then you'll pass 666.
Well, I've been, dude. I was playing a wasp last night, so yeah, I'm doing some deep metal, dude. Deep metal fried.
Oh. But did you use Old Bay seasoning on your fries?
Or New Bay seasoning, because Old Bay
isn't that
don't
funny?
smell
I
differently.
didn't get a picture of this, but I mean everybody knows what Old Bay is. It's seafood seasoning technically, but you use it for a lot of other shit. It's really not bad.
I've never needed to use it. I know what it is. I've never used it. But there's a company apparently called like Primal Organic Seasonings or something, and they have something called the New Bay, and Bay is spelled B-A-E. So I think it's like, oh, here's your new favorite seasoning.
Yes.
What it means. So now the Old Bay company is going to sue them for having their New Bay seasoning.
I don't know. I think I'm going to lose on that one. You know what I'm saying?
I think they will win that. I think Old Bay will win.
You think?
No, because South Butt won. North Face didn't win. The South Butt label was still allowed to be around, even though it was supposed to be a spoof off of North Face.
Yes, but Old Bay and New Bay?
B-A-E. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's going to get shot down.
It's still pronounced the same way. So they can't claim that they are trying to use their name.
Wow. It depends what type of seasoning is.
Well, they're both the same kind of reddish color, but it doesn't say that this one is for fish.
Like steak or fish or maybe it's like any seasoning. I wonder if it's an ingredients based thing too.
Yeah.
Like maybe they copied.
Oh, it is a nod to Old Bay.
Yes, it's a nod and a terrible pun. As in, just a prank, bro.
So it is kind of gay, but...
Yeah. They've called it B-A-E, so yes, it is gay.
But, you know, New Bay, Old Bay, all gay, you know, it's all the same.
Yes.
Pretty much at this point, it's all... Hey, oh, is it Canadian? Oh, shit, we're in trouble now.
Yeah. Oh, it's gluten-free.
Oh.
It's also paleo.
And it's not irradiated.
Fucking what?
Well,
It's never had chemotherapy.
It hasn't, but I'm sure this guy in this vat of grease is wishing he had better seasonings before he got stuck.
All right, this is a question I have for y'all. All
Yeah.
right, you just mentioned paleo. What do you think that maybe the first meat that man ever ate was man?
That's
No, I think the first meat
likely.
man ever ate was bugs.
You think?
Yeah.
That's also pretty likely, but who knows? I'm sure we did a lot of watching other animals to see what was edible.
Yeah.
You know, throughout time.
Well, actually, I think in all likelihood, the first meat man ate was carrion. Was something that was already dead.
Well, okay, so looking at what we have in terms of like anthropology and paleontology, it looks like humans were eating other humans up until relatively recently, all the way up until like the Anasazi in Native America.
Yes.
Well, you heard about these cannibal people that have been rearing their ugly heads, and they have parties where they'll cut a piece of each other's flesh off and eat it.
Yeah, they're called retards.
Yeah.
No shit.
This is what happens when you don't encourage people to actually explore their psyche. When you prevent people from becoming self-aware, they will do a bunch of shit that is incredibly retarded.
Yep. Well, what about the one dude in Japan? He claimed he was asexual and did not need his penis, so he had like a charity dinner where he cooked and served it to people
Holy fuck.
who were willingly eating his dick and balls. That's a thing that happened.
That
He cooked
takes
it
whole
himself.
new meaning to.
Yeah. Whole
Okay.
meaning to oral.
Mhm.
Okay, well, you know, you're asexual. That's fine.
It was fucking like $500 a plate to get a little bit of ball sack.
Oh, I
People
know
will
that.
pay.
That's crazy.
Well, there was-
Baby.
There was that guy who is head to toe in tattoos who had his genitals removed for aesthetic reasons.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah,
You're
apparently
making Irate
his,
cry laugh. What are you doing?
his genitalia ruined the look of his tattoos.
Oh, well, hey. You
This
know,
dick and balls has gotta go.
yeah.
Yeah, but you know
Nothing
the
like
best bit about it?
well, I was going to say
Yeah.
nothing like a bad sculpture to ruin to ruin a really good gallery show.
Yeah. The best bit about it, his girlfriend was okay with that.
Yeah. She's like, there's not much. to
That's
do.
because she was getting dick elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She was playing
Yeah.
the field. Yeah.
Yes.
There's just not that much to be worried about going away.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I got rid of this story or what, but there's this lady who wants to basically be inseminated by a different man than she's married to because he's not good looking enough. She wants to have prettier children.
You see, you know what that means? She's married to
Divorce.
That means
Huh?
that's a 4 thinking it's an 8.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
God bless you, tell me. Yeah, you get to it.
It reminds me of that fucking. Yeah.
Fuck
It reminds me of
yeah.
that story of the guy who he sued his wife because she didn't let him know that she had a nose job before he got her pregnant. And they had ugly kids, so he sued her.
Oh.
Did he win?
What reminds me of the African woman
I
who's
don't remember. It's an old story.
because his penis was too large.
But what was that? All I heard was penis too large.
Yeah, a woman in Africa sued her boyfriend for $8,000 to pay for the surgery she needed to reconstruct her vagina after he ripped her apart.
Or maybe she was just a loose hoe.
Or maybe she
Oh,
had some children.
No,
is
apparently
a,
he was
bragging
quite well
story.
endowed. Yes.
That is a story to brag to your friends about after all the lawsuits.
Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch sued me because I ripped her vagina.
Yep. I
Your friends
tore
are
her
gonna be
apart.
like, what now? Wow.
Yeah.
I'd rather get this unicorn that poops glitter.
Mm-hmm.
This
Give
is
it to my
it.
kid.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the unicorn because it's almost closing time. Shit, we've been
Fuck.
jamming.
Let's see this.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna get very racist right now, and it's not because I don't enjoy Asian or Japanese culture, because I'm borderline weeb, and my kids are probably full-blown weebs. But the family's names are Dan and Riley Choi, and I keep hearing Ryrie. So Dan and Riley Choi, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
Who's the unicorn exactly?
Yeah,
and,
because
all right, and I want you to look at the shape of the unicorn's butthole. Okay, I'm going to pull that up right now. All right.
It's
oh god.
It's so hard, Kim.
What the fucking fuck?
All that needs now is a Christmas wreath round it.
Absolutely.
Okay, 38-year-old father is describing the interaction with his daughter and his 6-year-old with the unicorn, the glitter pooping unicorn.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, that's a poopsie," says Choi, a 38-year-old father of 4 living in Mission Viejo. I was like, "What the heck is a poopsie? How the fuck can you have 4 kids and have never heard the word poopsie?"
I see these advertised for all the time on Cartoon Network.
Is that not fucked up? All right, so I mean, golly, this idea is just putting so much. There's almost, I don't know, man. Yeah.
And I think you have to feed these toys and shit. Like
Yes, exactly. They feed them and you squeeze the belly button and then it poops out the stuff. Right?
Yeah,
It's got glitter in it. It's glitter slime.
And you know these toys are probably expensive as shit.
$50, nigga.
God
He just said. He also said, I took too long to let the slime poop out and it started to congeal. Is that why you take so long in the bathroom?
Action group against slime and glitter.
It really makes me want to pull out the song by Frank Zappa, I'm the Slime, in your TV. Just, I am the slime. I love that song.
Oh, I'm pressing the poop button and nothing is coming out. It's constipated. I had to turn it on to turn it underneath and look at the butthole and poke it with the toothpick. Now this kid's how you do anal.
Dude.
Poke it with a toothpick?
Yeah. But, you know, thinking about it, think about it though.
Encourage kids to play with shit.
Right, in buttholes. It makes the butthole look like it's a heart. Right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Well, yeah, they can't really make it look like an actual butthole for a toy because that would cause even greater outrage, wouldn't it?
What? Think about it. You know?
But doesn't this encourage kids to play with poop?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to create an entire culture of fucking Rosses.
Well, you know what's going to happen is this isn't going to get off the ground because there's already parents trying to sue to shut down the toy because there's glitter in the slime.
Well, see, what it's going to do is going to get kids to want to eat this shit so that they shit like the fucking unicorn.
Yes. Kids are going to be eating glitter so that they can shit glitter.
I don't feel good. Why don't you feel good? I ate the unicorn food.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unicorn poop.
Oh my god.
Wowzers.
Yeah, fucking, like I said, I see these things advertised for all the time.
My sister had this doll when we were little, and you would hold it like it had this weird looking tiara thing, and there was a thing on top, and she would spin around like a ballerina, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, and that was pretty cool. And then she had a doll that you put a diaper on it and stuff, and you fed it, and it pooped in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, this is just no, man. This is just. Right.
Well,
no. I mean, the poop.
It's just so goddamn unreasonable. You know, we're gonna have unicorn glitter poop? No, come on.
Oh Lord, y'all.
Yeah, but it's not even poop. It's slime trickling out of the thing's ass.
Yeah, it looks like it's just got severe diarrhea.
I was gonna say it's unicorn diarrhea actually, and it's not even like normal diarrhea. It's like really bad food poisoning, or you've had the flu kind of diarrhea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And people say that the Garbage Pail Kids was bad.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
This shit.
So we had wacky packages back in the day. So, yeah, and they had this pink slime shit. I remember when I was a little kid, but they outlawed that because you had to mix it up and do a certain amount, and I didn't know it, and fucked everything up, and I think I fucked.
You blinded someone?
No, the couch.
Oh, you just stained some shit.
Yeah, I was like 2 or 3.
See, we had Gak when I was a kid, and it was that Nickelodeon shit, that slimy shit. You just throw it at each other.
Oh, I thought you said Gak.
Yeah, it did. Gak.
Yeah, remember Trippy's like a puppy compared
to us.
That's
Klingon food, man. Gak.
Gak. Yeah. I thought it was a drink. Or is that the stuff they chew?
No, they drink blood wine. This is mealworm looking shit. Gak.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Gak.
Yeah, I'm how am I? What? He said I'm a pup compared. I'm 31. I'm not that much younger than you guys.
I'm just giving you shit.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you're not the oldest in here, like Alfred.
Yeah.
Yes, but I make old look good.
He jokes.
Man.
By good, we mean ginger and confused, then sure.
I'm not ginger.
Or no, you just stand around a sea of gingers, I forgot.
He's got them Lucky Charms, y'all.
He's on the ginger.
Yeah, it's actually very hard to find Lucky Charms over here.
Well, and
they're bloody expensive when you do find them.
Oh my god, dude, I can't imagine. I would imagine that would be like a really awesome high, like high demand novelty item in Ireland.
No.
God.
I like
You
messing
walk
with my
past the
Australian
shop, you walk-
friends about that.
If you're walking down through the aisles in a store and you see Lucky Charms, you just go, fuck off, you pricks.
Mm-hmm.
So magically delicious.
And then you go and buy another bottle of whiskey.
Man.
Or
Dude, you gotta
Buckfast
put
tonic
whiskey-
wine.
Just have a bowl of Lucky Charms with whiskey instead of milk.
Hey, guys,
That's how you eat cereal over here. What's cereal? Who puts milk in their cereal?
We eat it with hot sauce.
man. No.
No, you have whiskey. Or for the kids, Guinness.
You know what's really
Gas?
good? And
Guinness.
this is gonna sound gross as
Oh,
shit.
goodness.
But get you some applesauce and put it in a small bowl, and crumble up like a couple of ginger snaps in it. And just let it hang for a second or two. And it tastes fucking awesome.
You mean apple crumble?
Well, it's applesauce is what we call it here. It looks like just crunched apple. It's it's just like
Mush.
Yeah, it's cooked apple.
it's mush.
So-
Slimy ass apples. Yeah.
Yeah. We do that over here. We call it apple crumble, where you actually, instead of having like a pie lid on it, it's like a crumbled biscuit lid.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Exactly.
applesauce is apples that are slow cooked over a long period of time, and they're
Yeah.
softened down into almost an apple butter consistency. It's
love
just a little wetter than apple butter.
God, I love apple butter too, y'all. Damn,
Yeah.
that would be good. It'd be a lot better with ginger snaps in it. So anyway,
Yeah.
borderline diabetic here. Soon to be, I'm sure.
I'm sure you're fine.
Dude, y'all, we're at the bottom of the hour. We're actually a little past.
Shit.
That went fast, man.
Oh yeah.
We had way too much fun on this one tonight.
Yeah.
At the expense of others. But it's good, clean fun. That's right. That's what you get when
Yes.
you listen to Creem Streem. Good,
No,
clean
this
fun.
was absolute 100% degeneracy. There's
No shit.
Of course it was. I was
good
here.
dirty fun.
It was.
It's
So,
good, clean, dirty fun.
well, Alfred, since you're the guest, do you have anything you want to, chill or,
Not for myself, but I was talking in Discord to Stalvin Forge earlier, and he is planning on doing a forging live stream tomorrow, if he can get all his stuff sorted out,
Sweet.
where he will be making a sword.
No, that sounds
So-
awesome.
Sub to Stalvin Forge.
Yes.
He mostly makes knives, but does do other things as well.
He's awesome.
And he's just starting out on his YouTube for blacksmithing career, so
Fantastic.
go sub to him. He's a good guy. With a quite impressive beard as well.
You'll probably see a lot of this stuff on Magog's show.
Yes.
Yeah, so. Okay, Tema?
Well, it's coming up on Christmas time, and I kind of have kids, and my kids didn't get Christmas last year, so we're doing Christmas this year, and I'm not gonna be around much. I will be doing Irate show for sure, and I'm gonna try to hop into Mad streams when I can, and I'm gonna try to be around Addie and stuff, but really, I'm busy. It's Christmas time. I got
Fuck
3
yeah.
kids and I homeschool. So,
That's good.
yeah, I'm kind of up to my asshole in tinsel and snowflakes right now. So,
Are you making wreath pants?
She's
oh
not
god,
even in
Don't
Canada.
fuck me, dude. I gotta make ninja gingerbread cookies. We gotta build a gingerbread house and all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna try to put up quick little videos. I'm gonna change the format. I'm getting tired of trying to figure out what the fuck everybody wants from YouTube and how everybody's gonna do their shit. So if something interests me and I see it, I'm gonna pop onto like a few minute live stream and I'm gonna freaking talk about it, and then I'm gonna shut down and go do other stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't look for me on Discord or Twitter much right now. I'm busy, and I'm fighting the walking away a bit from the social media is really helping me out as a person. So I'm
I totally
backing
see
off
that.
a little bit here.
Well, bless you. Cool.
It's always worth a back off once in a while.
Yeah.
Pickle, you got something going on? Tell us about
Every Tuesday, that sounding board show over on my channel where we bullshit about music.
it. Oh.
Woohoo!
And sometimes when I get around to it, we have guests.
You have anything planned for this Tuesday?
No, just whatever.
All right. And we'll wrap
Well,
up.
yes, actually,
Okay.
yes. We're talking about grunge music.
Oh, grunge. Well, that's
We didn't get to
something I
do that
know.
last Sunday
yeah.
because we were both feeling like spoot. So
Well, you know, man,
Yeah.
I got an idea. We'll talk about it after we lock out of this thing.
ready?
All right. Trippy, what you got going on?
Yeah, the Trippycast over at the Trippycast, and we Trippycast on the Trippycast. And Sunday we're doing the social media Sundays, which will actually include some dating profiles from a new website, courtesy of Captain Corrosive. A brony
Sweet, man.
dating website. Brony dating.
She's a
Sounds
dog.
awesome.
And yeah,
Yeah, Cap is great fun.
Hell yeah.
Brony's date?
Brony's day.
Brony's date?
Sometimes
Yeah,
they get
Brony
married,
dating website.
believe it or
Brony
not.
dating website. So.
Somebody actually wants to marry a Brony?
I know people that are
Oh.
married to bronies.
Oh, the poor
Okay,
person.
yeah, you know, hey man, it is what it is. I don't
Yeah.
get it. I
People
don't
like
get it.
stuff.
I
Yeah,
know
Yeah.
people married to
Once
bronies
again, I
because
think
they're
it goes
sweet
back to
bronies.
that childlike versus childish thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but I'm going to go ahead and show them that we'll end this thing. How about it? It's all right, Prostate. All right, tomorrow I'll be hanging with drinks with friends, pretty much. And then Sunday, for the ice cream interview, I will be interviewing none other than Lo-Fi.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
and that's 5 o'clock Eastern, that's 4 o'clock Central, and makes that 2 o'clock Pacific. So take time out, man. It's only an hour and a half like this, and we hang out, and I find out more about people. Like I say, I'm playing with the idea of maybe doing 2 a week. I don't know though. I don't know. Anyway, but Monday, Irate Monday. Oh, we got lots to talk about there, like the Clinton Foundation, like I was talking about 2 weeks ago. Shit,
excited.
son. I'm
Sounds
saying
good to me.
it got a little wobbly past
boy.
couple of days. Yeah, some great, not great, but some interesting news. And of course, next week's hot takes. We're going to be doing a William Stenhover, also known as William Scroogeover, special, where we're going to be doing 2 films that he wanted us to do. One was a rom-com, so we picked Shaun of the Dead, and then the other one is a Nicolas Cage movie because Big Fat Brian hates Nicolas Cage, but we picked Leaving Las Vegas, and that was also his suggestion too. So yeah, we're going to be reviewing both of those films. But anybody got anything left before we slide out and go into the exit thing?
It's the holidays, people. Be nice.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Just
sell
remember, there is a reason you only ever see your family at Christmas.
Yeah. all
No
stuff.
shit. All right, we're out, y'all, and so that means I'm going to push this button, and this is going to happen. Look, you know what I'm saying?